How do you know when it's time to move your ATM? That's what we're going to talk about on this video right here. Hey there, my name is Carey Buck. I've been an independent ATM business owner since 2009, and I've been an ATM business mentor since 2011. That's why I teach people just like you how to start and grow your own profitable ATM business that'll provide you with consistent monthly passive income, cash flow, right? And big chunks of cash in small time frames. Now, why would you want consistent monthly passive income, that cash flow? Why would you want big chunks of cash in small time frames? Well, honestly, it's going to be different for each person. Some folks want to get out of their 9-to-5 jobs. Some folks want to supplement their retirement. Some people, this is their retirement. Some people are tired of putting out a lot of capital to make a real decent ROI, and they're looking to put out less capital to make a decent ROI. Okay, and then there's some folks that, you know what, they finally just want to put their money to work for them. There's all different reasons why people would want passive income, monthly passive income, and big chunks of cash in small time frames, right? It's going to be different for you, and you might check a couple of those boxes, all right? That's why I am an ATM business mentor. That's why I help folks. If you'd like me to help you start and grow your own profitable ATM business, go to atmtrainingvideo.com, or better yet, just click the link in the description below. And do me a favor, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Click that ATM that's right there, or maybe it's right there. It's over in the corner somewhere. Just click that ATM, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click that notification bell, right? Click that bell and click all, so every time I post a video, you get notified. All right, so let's get into it. This is something about the ATM business that most people don't talk about, right? They don't talk about, that at some point you may have to move an ATM, right? So every time you place an ATM, it's not going to be a home run, right? It's not going to be, this amazing location that's going to make you $1,000 a month or more, right? That's not the reality of the ATM business. I'm sorry to tell you that, but that's just not how it works, right? You are going to have some real duds. You're going to have duds in this business. It's just part of the business, right? You just got to play the game, right? So when you have locations that don't do well, you got to think about moving them. But before you think about moving them, have you tried everything, right? Have you tried everything you could possibly do? Is the ATM in the best location that it could possibly be in for people to see it, right? I know that sounds strange, but we had an ATM in one of our strip clubs, right? And I'll be honest with you. When I walked in, I clearly knew where the ATM was because it was so bright in the corner, right? You walked in, and the back right-hand corner is where the ATM was. And to me, it was obvious. But here's the thing. I wasn't drunk. I haven't been drinking all night, and I wasn't mesmerized by girls on stage, right? But I was clear-minded. I knew where the ATM was. The people that were in the actual strip club found themselves leaving because they didn't know there was an ATM in there, right? Because they were a little mesmerized by the ladies on stage, and they had thrown back a few, right? So what did we do? We had a custom sign made up, and it was bright, and it said ATM, and then it had arrows, blinking green arrows that pointed, right? So as soon as you walked in, it was like right over the bar, like on the wall right by the bar. You can't miss it. So it's pointing to where the ATM was. And as soon as we did that, guess what? They stopped leaving to go find an ATM because they knew there was an ATM in there. Even though they might have been throwing some back, even though there was ladies on stage, they knew now there was an ATM there, right? So have you tried everything? Have you put up the proper signage in the location, in the establishment, to let people know, hey, there's an ATM right here, okay? Is it in the best area, right? Hopefully it's not in like this back room that nobody goes to, right? I had one business owner wanted me to put the ATM in this back room before. I was like, I'm not doing that. Nobody's going to see it. Sure, you can put signage and point to it, but you want it to be in a visible spot, right? Do you have signage and visibility outside of the store to let people that are out know, hey, come in and use this machine, right? There's an ATM here. Come in here. I know some business owners might get funny about that. They don't want strange people coming into their store, which I think is crazy. I mean, that's an opportunity for you to get a new customer, right? Even though somebody might be coming in just to use your ATM, that's the opportunity. Boom, talk to this person, give them a menu, give them a business card, give them whatever, and that's an opportunity to earn their business, in the future. But whatever. Some business owners don't think that way, but it could be your job to teach them to think that way, right? And there's other things that you could do, right? I know some folks who put those digital toppers on top of their machine, which makes kind of a crappy location become a little bit better. But my thinking about this is, okay, do you want your digital toppers to make you money, or do you want your ATM to make you money? I want both to make me money. So I don't want a crappy location that's not crappy because of my digital topper, right? And if you don't know what a digital topper is, but they basically put a monitor on top of your ATM and it is ads. There's ads on there. So you sell ads to people, okay? So, you know what I mean? Like, okay, great that the digital topper is making a crappy location better, but guess what? I don't want a crappy location. I want all my ATMs to do well. And then yes, if you want to make extra money, put that digital topper on there. But, let's have our ATMs doing what they're supposed to do, which is making us consistent passive income, right? Every single month. Not a little bit, but a lot, right? So, just make sure you've done everything that you could possibly do to give that ATM a fair shot. And another thing I should add is you got to give it some time, right? You can't just be, after 2 weeks, be like, okay, this location sucks. I mean, I know this sounds silly, but it takes people time to get used to the fact that there's an ATM in a location. All right. So you got to give it a fair shake, give it a few months. Okay. But then, okay, how do you know when it's time to move it? That's going to be personal to you. Okay. Because there's a couple things that are going to come into play, right? How far is the ATM? How much cash do you put in it? How much is it actually making? What are your expenses? Right. So let's just give you an example. Okay. We had an ATM this is before we moved to the beach. We had an ATM that was in town. We had 2 ATMs in town, which was literally 5 minutes from our house. Okay. One was our Chinese restaurant, which we still have, by the way. And it made over $1,000 a month. Okay. The other one was a barber shop. It didn't do that great. Like, it probably made like $100 a month. It wasn't great. But it was like right next to the Chinese place. And it's an extra $100 a month. And we didn't have any expenses on it, right? Because we were tapping into their internet. Okay. So I kept it there. Why? Well, because it's literally 5 minutes from my house. And I only put like $1,000 or $1,500 in it. Right? So I don't have much money in the machine itself. It's 5 minutes from my house. It's right next to a spot that's making me over $1,000 a month. I don't have any real expenses to it. Okay? So I left it there. Guys, this is what I need some of you to really, really understand. Where can you put $1,000 into a bank account or a money market or anywhere else where you're going to get $100 back every single month? You're not going to do that, right? What is that? That's like, let's see. I think that's like 10%, right? Let me just do the math real quick. $1,000 times 10% equals $100. Right? So I just did this, right? $1,000 times 10% is $100. So I literally am making 10% every month just by leaving that machine there, all my money. That's 120% a year just by leaving that shitty, not great performing ATM there. Okay? Now, here's the thing. This is what you got to think about. Then we decided to move to the beach area, the beach town. Now, that location, that crappy location, is now 2 hours from me. 2 hours. It's not that attractive to me anymore, right? Yes, I still have that other location that's making me over $1,000 a month. I put a lot of money in it, so I only have to fill it once a month. But am I really going to put $4,000 or $5,000 in this other machine that's only making me $100 a month, and I have to drive 2 hours for it. Yeah, I know the other machine's there. It's making over $1,000 a month, but I'm not that excited about it at this point, right? So if I have to put $4,000 in there and I'm making, what is that, $100 a month, right? Times, what is that going to be, like 2%? Oops, 4,000. Do it with me. 40,000. 4,000 times, I think it's like 2.5%. Yeah. So I'm making 2.5% on my money now. Okay, if I put $4,000 in it, so I fill it once a month. Times, so that's 30% a year, which honestly, guys, still not too shabby, right? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because I know I could take that $4,000 and put it in another machine that can do better than $100 a month, right? So you got to think about things like this. Okay, how much cash am I going to put in there? How far is it from me? Okay, is it near another machine that I have that's doing well, right? How much, what percentage, what return am I making on my money that's in here, right? Think about these things. And this is the key. When you are not happy with those answers, with the performance of that machine, that's when you know it's time to pick it up and move it, right? You got to make sure you have the proper contract. You got to make sure you have the proper clauses in there so that you can pick up that machine and move it anytime you need to, okay, when it's not performing financially the way you need it to. Okay, hopefully this all makes sense. If you guys have any questions, post them below, okay? Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget, like I said, click that ATM wherever the heck it is. I can't even get my fingers right here. Click that ATM in the corner wherever it is and hit that bell and make sure you select all so every time I post a video you're notified. And again, like I said, any questions, post them below, okay? Any ideas for future videos, post them below, okay? But this is a really important part of your ATM business is paying attention to that cash flow of your ATM, right? And knowing when, okay, guess what? It doesn't make sense for me to keep my ATM here after you've exercised all the things all your options that you have to make it a good spot. After you've done all that, then you know, okay, it's time to pick up the machine and move it. Yes, sometimes the business owner is going to beg you to keep it. You know, sometimes you're going to feel bad. It's just business. It's business. Pick it up and move it. I promise to you, if you talk in business terms to this business owner, locations owner, they'll get it. Okay, just pick that machine up, move it somewhere else. Okay, hopefully this made sense. Hopefully you have a better understanding that this is part of your ATM business. I have one machine I've moved multiple times. Actually, I have a machine right now I'm getting ready to move from a spot. So it's not like a failure or anything like that. It's just part of the business, okay? Every time you place a machine, it's not going to be a home run, okay? Just get that through your head now. And then just keep an eye on things. And when it's time, move that baby to a new spot, all right? Hopefully that made sense. Any questions, post them below. If you would like help, if you would like me to help you start and grow your own ATM business and help you find profitable locations, then go to atmtrainingvideo.com, or better yet, just click that link in the description. I will talk to you soon. Have a great day, and may you live happily off of passive income.